Stugotz just said something under his breath that made me laugh, because there are a million different ways where this crew has gotten used to making fun of me from every angle. And so when I came in here about 6 days ago and I said, hey, is anyone talking about, or has it been reported that Jake Paul and the Mike Tyson fight, that's a done deal and that's going to happen? And everyone made fun of me, and it was, Dan, you've been fooled by the internet. Somebody would have said that. That's ridiculous. They talked about it a long time ago. And I'm like, no, I had somebody who's really credible talk about it as if it was a foregone conclusion that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson were fighting. And I came in with that news, what would have been news. And Stugotz, under his breath right now, says to me, and I figure he's 6 days behind on the internet, wherever I am on the internet, and he's like, hey, Dan, Jake Paul is fighting Mike Tyson. I'm like, no, Stugotz, I got fooled by that last week. They went back in the internet and they found, Dan, that's a laughingstock. That's not going to happen. And so many of the people in the room, while they were mocking me, said, Jake Paul would never be fool enough to fight Mike Tyson at any age. Jake Paul, whose YouTube numbers don't make him the influencer he used to be, and Jake Paul, whose boxing numbers are now down because he lost, is going to give you the maximum best freak show there can be, and they're going to put it in Jerry Jones's stadium?
Yep, on Netflix, July 20th. He is getting Mike Tyson back in the ring. I mean, that is amazing.
You should have got out there more strongly with it a couple weeks ago, because it's being reported everywhere like now, as if today it's official.
But who else was in the room when I was saying? Mike Ryan was lead among the people who was making fun of me.
That's because we had to Google it. Like last week when you said it, we Googled it and nothing came up. Now it's all over the place.
Now it's everywhere. They released a trailer, everything. Like, it's crazy. It looks
to be
great.
fair, Mike Ryan jumps at the opportunity to make sure someone's wrong about certain things. So we love our brother, but hey, take it with a grain of salt.
If I may, I think it was Tony.
I'm in on this fight, though. I want to see Mike Tyson
Jessica,
do it.
So badly.
Wait.
Tyson.
Wait. Yes, they're going to give you the maximum freak show of taking MMA and boxing and Carnival Barker and bringing a freak show out of retirement to fight the YouTube sensation that has fallen behind Stugotz because he doesn't take care of that. He's been boxing.
Right.
He was at the front of where do YouTubers get their power, and he's taken it to the very top of sports. He's at maximum freak show in Jerry Jones's stadium. The content companies will eat it up. He'll do awful things. Tyson will say awful things, and they'll do a great job of selling a fight that will create a giant business without needing Dana White, without using the fame of the day to expose that the system that Dana White and Vince McMahon has, that it's been the wrong system for a long time, where they get paid and the fighters do not. Jake Paul just won the money game. If this fight is done, it will sell huge. It will be a freak show. And I had the news a week ago, and Tony was the one, our MMA expert, our fighting expert. He was the one that was loud and belligerent. Were you the only one in the room, Jess?
I don't remember the details. I can't really remember what I ate for breakfast this morning, but I believe it was Tony who we should be criticizing now. Also worth mentioning, Jake Paul's betting company I saw yesterday was valued at around like $375 million. So that's been one of his main things the last few years, was like starting up this betting company. And Bomani's show on HBO, Game Theory, did a whole segment on that and some of like the, pros and cons to a Jake Paul betting site.
You're being very gentle. You're being very
Again, I
gentle.
don't remember the details because I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
But please, dear God, just read a little bit about all of the ways Jake Paul is awful, okay? Because he's a celebrity and he's famous and he could be a bad boy for the times. And just, it's breaking news now. I'll get a list for you somewhere of all the things that Jake Paul has done in his rise to fame,
right,
that are really gruesome. And Mike Tyson has an assortment of those as well. And in the fight game, because it's the dirtiest game, that stuff does not matter. How do you get eyeballs in the carnage business? These two people are very good at that. And when you've got the Ngannou, the heavyweight, fighting Tyson Fury, and in the places where players and athletes can take over the business of their power, Stugotz, led by Floyd Mayweather, who won this game originally because he's one of the best businessmen in the history of sports. He owned all his own before anybody did. The fighters and the freak shows are coming to take the fighting money and not share it with Dana White, who takes 82%. And Jake Paul is here to fight on behalf of fighters, and Ngannou is here to fight on behalf of fighters who know that the fighting game is sewage, and when they get their freedom, this is what it looks like. When they don't have to get their money stolen by marketers and promoters, when they don't have to share it, they can do all the wrong things and rise to the top of the dirtiest business and give us the freak show that people are going to watch. People will absolutely watch this.
Well, they'll watch this because they're placing it in July. I mean, we'd watch it anyway, probably, but July 20th, you are starving for anything. It is just you, baseball, and Joey Chestnut. And now you get Tyson back in the ring. That is incredible. Man.
Hey, Dan. It was me. I was laughing at the fact that I wouldn't have thought that Jake Paul, who had lost to Tommy Fury, who has been fighting tomato cans, as we talked about, would actually take out of retirement Mike Tyson, who we saw at 57 years old, throw punches against a bag that exploded the bag. I never thought that in his right mind he would take that fight because it's a losing proposition for him.
Okay, tomato can jogged my memory.
Yes, I noticed.
Accountability, brother. My boy Dan came in here and was accountable yesterday and apologized. I think he's just apologized to my brother and stop.
Absolutely. No, I'm just telling him, like, it was me. I was the one. We were out there on the table.
No, but
we talked about it.
Forgive me, because Jessica says she can't remember what she had for breakfast, and I am now so used to. I come in here and say something, and everyone in the room turns on me. Dan got fooled by the internet again. I came in here, and I couldn't even remember. I'm like, I remember, Stugotz, even as we talk about it right now, I'm so tired that I cannot remember who told me. But when this person told me, the person was important enough that I said, that's a fact. This person knows that Tyson is fighting Jake Paul, and I assume people know that. I come in here, I tell people, hey, this is a thing that's already done, right? And they tell me, not only are you wrong, Dan, but the internet has no proof of it, has already shot this down. Jake Paul would be crazy to do this. And, by the way, I was quickly talked off my position because Tony is right in this respect. Jake Paul, you're an idiot. Like, you are going to get knocked out. You have no chance in this fight, only if Mike Tyson is nice to you.
That's not what the betting odds are saying.
I'm taking Paul. I mean,
You're a fool. Taking Tyson at plus money?
I'm
Please,
seeing
give me
minus
that.
500.
Okay.
Did y'all see
Jake
Mike
Paul.
Tyson fight Roy Jones Jr.?
Is that on Jake Paul's betting site that you're seeing the
Just a
odds?
question.
No.
This is really not my area of
all right,
expertise.
no,
I'm just going to step out
Juju,
of this.
Juju, this is what's going to happen, though, on where people's areas of expertise are not, okay? Mike Tyson's boxing, just his strategic skill and power. If you have seen him even at a speed bag as an actual professional fighter in his late 50s, no one would actually want to fight that. That he had a sad fight with Roy Jones Jr., who is one of the toughest men in the history of fighting. That those two guys late in life wouldn't be good boxers, I will grant you that was sad. But what they would both do to Jake Paul is ravage him completely, even with his size advantage, ravage all of his youth. Because even though Mike Tyson is an old man, Jake Paul has never been hit by this kind of professional fighter.
Sounds like you want to put a Twinkie on it, Dan.
Look, Mike Tyson should be an overwhelming favorite to knock out Jake Paul very quickly if he simply wants to.
he's plus 325.
If he simply wishes to. If it's his desire to not hold him up for 3 fights so that they can all pay their taxes for years and make a lot of money. If Mike Tyson wants to fight Jake Paul for 30 seconds, Jake Paul will fall in those 30 seconds.
We've got a quote from Mike. He says, I started him on his boxing journey on the undercard of my fight with Roy Jones, and I plan to finish him.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Dan, I bet you $30 that Jake Paul will win.
You
You over there
guys,
talking, I'm putting my money where my field. $30, take it or leave it.
You're taking Jake Paul?
I'm taking Jake Paul.
These
I'm with
odds make it seem like I want to take him too.
okay, you guys think, wait a
Suckers
minute.
bet, Dan.
Wait a
They
minute.
don't know, Dan.
Hold on,
They don't
hold on.
know, Dan.
Guys, give him some room here. He's turning into Larry Merchant again. Go ahead, Dan.
You gotta be me? You're going to seriously tell me, somebody who's been next to this dirty game for 35 years, that you think this YouTube sensation can beat Mike Tyson at any age? Mike Tyson on a respirator, Mike Tyson in hospice. I don't care who this person thinks he is as an influencer and entertainer. And awful, by the way. Read the history. Look it up. He's terrible. This person thinking he can win a fight against Mike Tyson because you think Mike Tyson's an old man, as if I don't know the expertise of Mike Tyson? Like, off for thinking that you don't understand the disrespect of thinking Jake Paul belongs in a ring for 30 seconds with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson will be generous if he allows Jake Paul to spend 11 seconds in that ring with him. Because Jake Paul is not one fraction of the fighter Mike Tyson was even at this age. Are you me that the betting odds start on Jake Paul?
This is either going to age fantastically for you or not so well.
Or you're going to be $30 lighter in the pocket.
You all think Jake Paul's going to win?
These odds just make me... I'm with you. Before I saw the odds, I would have just taken Tyson and have fun watching it.
He's 57.
That is a lot of juice to give to Jake Paul. Maybe I'll take Tyson just because it'll pay better.
No, you already you chose a side already.
I'm just saying, though.
It's over. It's
50
over.
burger, a little 50 burger on plus 325.
There has never been an easier bet in the history of sports than this one. Jake Paul has not fought anyone who knows how to fight this way, the way Mike Tyson does. This is the dumbest thing Jake Paul has ever done in a long, long list of dumb he's done.
He's going to get paid, though.
Oh, my God, it's going to be his career.
Iron Mike ass out, man.
His career
Stop
is going
that.
to end with such a flourish. Congratulations.
His life might end.
Jake Paul, yes, this is how it ends for the ultimate influencer. You showed us. You won the biggest boxing match of all time. And what was your reward at the end? You were dead. Big, dumb, famous, and dead.